Well, breaking news tonight in a story that stunned WSU fans and alumni. Jason Gesser, the former star quarterback and current assistant director for the Cougar Athletic Fund, has resigned. Just today, we heard from a former student athlete who filed a formal complaint with the university, saying that Gesser groped her and repeatedly tried to kiss her without her consent 3 years ago. In his letter, Gesser says that he is deeply saddened that the recent circumstances in my private life have created a distraction for the department and the university. While I certainly never intended to hurt anyone, I believe it is best for all involved for me to move on. Gesser goes on to say that this is a very difficult time for me and my family, and this personal matter being made so public is taking a toll on my family and this close-knit community. And for the first time today, we are hearing from the woman accusing Gesser of sexual advances. She tells us why she stayed silent for so long after an attack that she says became her own private hell.
And I felt so restrained. I felt powerless.
Speaking with us today, she relived the night she says caused her pain of years of pain. Our Taylor Graham working for you tonight as this story continues to develop. Taylor?
Well, Nadine, Alyssa Wold-Bedeau tells me she suppressed that memory for 3 years. She says she didn't want to hurt Gesser's wife and their kids, who she nannied. But everything changed on Friday when she read reports detailing complaints about Gesser dating back to 2014.
And he put both hands up my dress onto my butt, and I pushed him away. And he just proceeded to tell me how much he liked me. And I brought up again, you're married, you have a family. And he told me the only reason I'm married is because I have kids.
In the last 24 hours, she's had to face the pain she says she's been feeling since one night in June 2015. A night when Alyssa Wold-Bedeau says Jason Gesser groped her and tried to kiss her over and over without her consent.
I pulled away and pushed him away and said no. And he said, why not? And I said, because I said no.
It's a memory she says she's had to push down every day since, for fear of hurting the family she'd grown to love. She nannied for the Gessers for 2 years, thought of Jason and his wife as her friends.
I thought he had just hurt me. And I thought I could be strong and hide it deep down and forget about it and protect the family.
That all changed on Friday when Alyssa saw a flood of headlines and reports detailing other sexual harassment complaints about Gesser.
I was reading them and I thought I was reading my story, but the dates were wrong.
She says that night in June 2015 came flooding back, and now she says she had to speak up. So she filed a formal complaint with the university, and she's not backing down.
The reason I'm sharing now is because it has been brought to my attention that this is not the first time, and I am not the only one.
She's hoping her story will save other women from the silent hell she says she's been trapped in for the last 3 years. Gesser denied the allegations against him last week and resigned just minutes ago. He said in his resignation, quote, "To the young woman that I made feel uncomfortable, I respectfully have a different recollection of the situation you've described, but acknowledge that I should have never been in the situation in the first place, and I apologize. I truly never meant to cause you harm." I reached out to Alyssa after Gesser's resignation, and she sent a statement back saying, in part, "It's been a long and difficult 48 hours and an even more difficult 3 years. I'm extremely happy to see that Jason has resigned his position of influence and power at WSU. It's a relief to know that no other young woman will be subjected to Mr. Gesser's actions and abuse of power. I pray he gets the help he needs and that his family can move forward." To read both her and Gesser's full statements, you can go to our website at KXLY.com. In studio tonight, Taylor Graham, KXLY 4 News.
Thank you, Taylor. Also